Welcome. This is Boomer Collections. Today, I am going to review the Creworks Ultrasonic Cleaner. This is a 3-liter unit, and we're going to see how well it cleans a dirty revolver that I purchased from my local gun shop. For those of you in the Cranberry Township area in Pennsylvania, there's a fantastic indoor range called Keystone Shooting Center. And I purchased this revolver used, and whoever used it last, they did not clean their firearm. It's very dirty. I'll include some photographs of the firearm. What you need to do is use distilled water. I would not use tap water because tap water will leave spots on whatever you're trying to clean. Ask me how I know that. So use distilled water. And what I'm going to use today for cleaning is the Dawn Purple. Now you can use all types of cleaners to mix in with the distilled water, but today I'm going to try the Dawn liquid, the purple. And there are two marks inside. There is the minimum line and there's a maximum line. I really wouldn't go up to maximum because by the time you put your items in there, it's going to overflow. So if you do have a lot, I would go halfway between minimum and maximum. I'm going up to the minimum mark since I only have one revolver to clean. And when you do clean revolvers or any firearm, you want to make sure that you remove the grip because it could damage the grip. Use your own discretion, but I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons of Dawn and then heat this up. Ideally, you want to heat up the water in a microwave before you put it in the unit. I didn't do that today. I'm going to set the temperature. I usually set around 110 degrees, and I set the timer for 20 minutes. Now, I use the knobs for temperature and time. You can buy units that are digital, but as I was researching Creworks and other ultrasonic cleaners, a lot of reviewers are saying they had difficulty with the digital temperature and timer after a couple cleanings because the heat of the water goes through the unit and it damaged their digital readings and it no longer worked. So I went with the unit with the knobs. Now you're going to have 2 settings beyond the temperature and the time. One is this one says semi-wave. That is if you do light things like jewelry, and then there's full wave. So you want to get something clean that's dirty like a firearm, or some guys that have an auto shop that have some auto parts they want to put in from an engine or tools they want to clean. You would put it on full wave. And then there's this other switch. It's called degas. And once you turn the unit on, you want to keep it on degas for about 5 minutes to take out any of the bubbles that may be in there that would affect the cleaning, and then turn it off. I had a 10-liter Creworks Ultrasonic Cleaner, and it worked really well. But for what I use it for, I had to use 1.8 gallons of distilled water to come up to the minimum line. And that was just way too much water, a waste of water. So I did sell that, and I bought the 3-liter. So it worked well with the 10-liter. I'm going to use the 3-liter because that's all I need. I am not sponsoring Creworks. I purchased this for my own use. I had such good luck with the 10-liter. I'm hoping I have good luck with the 3-liter. We're going to find out. I'm going to turn the unit on. But first, I'm going to add my Dawn Purple. About, I think I said 2 teaspoons. I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons. There's always a ratio that you need to put in. And you can figure that out usually when you buy, if it's not Dawn, because Dawn it's really not going to hurt anything. It just is a degreaser. But when you use other items to use as a cleaner inside the distilled water, it'll say on the packaging what the ratio should be. So just follow that ratio. So I'm going to turn the unit on. Off-on switches in the back. Then I'm going to set the temperature for 110. And just get as close as you can. And then the timer, I'm going to put on 20 minutes. Now, the unit is loud. So what I usually do is I put a towel. I'll put a towel over the opening and put the cover on. And believe it or not, that does cut down on some of the noise. But this is the firearm. It's a snub nose 38 special. As you can see, I took the grip off. And I'm going to let this come up to temperature. So I'm going to turn off the video now, and then when it gets up to temperature, I'll rejoin you with the video, and we'll see what it does. I found that what else makes a lot of the noise is the vibrations with that tin lid. Just vibrates and makes quite a bit of noise. So what else you can do is put a small towel over the opening and then put the lid on, and that really cuts down the noise. And also what you can do is if you have a box big enough, you can put the box over it, and that cuts down the noise. Okay, I'm at the temperature that I want it. It's 109. When I turn the unit on, it'll jump back up to 110. So I am going to place the revolver in this basket. I'm going to set the time for 20 minutes. Hold your ears. You see, it's not too bad without the lid on. But you want to keep the lid on, because that will help keep the heat in there. I am going to put this little towel there. I'm going to put this on top. I'm going to turn it on full wave, which is it on? It's on. And I'm going to degas this for about 5 minutes to take out any bubbles or impurities. Then I'll switch the degas off and just wait for it to be cleaned in 20 minutes. And here is with the box on top. It helps take away the noise. It helps muffle it. Now the reason why it's going off and on right now is because of the degas. The degas comes on and then it shuts down, then it comes on and shuts down like every 15, 20 seconds. So there's my temperature that I want, 110 degrees Fahrenheit. The timer will be for 20 minutes. Now that water is going to be hot when it's done, so you want to get a pair of tongs to pull out anything that you're cleaning, or you're going to burn your fingers, it might burn your hands. And then after the item is out of the water, out of the distilled water and solution, what you want to do is get a hair dryer. Oh, first of all, rinse it. You can rinse it in regular water. That's not going to be a problem. So rinse it in regular water. Get a hair dryer, blow it dry, and for the little crevices, if you have one of those cans of air to blow out any of the water in the crevices. Then after whether it's a firearm or you're cleaning whatever, after it's dry, especially a firearm, you want to get your oil and you want to oil it up real good so no rust gets in there on your firearm. And then you may have to still do a little cleaning. The sonic cleaner isn't perfect. It'll get the heavy dirt off, but there still might be something inside the cylinder or inside the barrel, but it won't be as bad as it was before you cleaned it, that's for sure. All right, I am going to turn off the degas and just let it run. And then I'm going to stop the video. I don't want to bore you for the next 20 minutes just watching this unit run. And I'll pick up the video after it runs its 20-minute time. So I will catch you shortly. Take care. Okay, 20 minutes is up. So I am going to use my trusty little appliance here, these tongs. I'm going to lift the firearm up. I'm going to place it in this little bucket of water. And then I'm going to lay it down on the towel. So let me do that right now. It's not too hot now. And all you need to do next is dry it with a dryer. Here's my dryer. And when you do think you have it dry, I would still blow some air. If you have a can of this dust off air, that will get all the crevices and chase the water out of the crevices. Now this firearm was really, really filthy. And as you can see, the cylinders are now absolutely clean and shiny. And it's hard to see the barrel, but the barrel is also. So it did a really good job. I give the Creworks Ultrasonic Cleaner 3 liter 2 thumbs up. And just to show you if this can pick it up, see all those impurities? That's all the crud that was inside the revolver. So it did a real good job cleaning it out. And that's only with using Dawn Purple degreaser dishwashing liquid. Well, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will catch you on a future video. Take care and get cleaning.